Hi everyone, it's Elle Fanning here. I play tomorrow in Stranding 2 on the beach, and I know the team has put together a very exciting show for you today. I'm so sorry that I couldn't be there, but I will reconnect and see you all very soon. Have fun.
Elle Fanning, of course, plays tomorrow, and we'll be seeing some incredible footage of tomorrow in action. Don't want to spoil anything, but you're going to learn a lot more about tomorrow tonight. And of course, yeah, tomorrow tonight, exactly. Makes sense. But now let's welcome some of our other special guests to the stage. First up, she plays the role of Rainy in Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Please welcome to the stage the beautiful Shioli Kutsuna. Fantastic. Our next guest, a man who we all know and love. He plays Higgs, back again for DS2. The one and only Troy Baker. Come on out, Troy.
I'll stay with you in your mind every single day. I'll wait, and so we strung it on.
And finally, let's bring out someone who's been deeply involved in the music of Death Stranding 2. He's flown all the way from Paris, France to be here. Please give a warm welcome to Woodkid. All right, let's, yeah, go over there. Yeah, Jake, go over there. We're all here. All right, well, let's take a seat and get this show started. First of all, I wanted to ask all of you guys about your involvement with Hideo. Shioli, tell me about how did you get involved in this project? How did Mr. Kojima reach out to you?
I got a text from my friend, actress Rinko Kikuchi. She's a Japanese actress. And she was like, oh, Hideo wants to be in touch with you. And I had no idea what she meant. But the next thing I knew, I was at his office and with like a huge screen with like the most coolest artwork of my character. And he was like briefing me with all the details and just like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hideo, why did you want to have Shioli in this game?
ですね、日本のキャラクターを出したかったんです
Well, I
ね。
wanted to have a Japanese
ア
character.
ジアの人を CG にする
Like
とかなり難しいんですよ。
It's very difficult and challenging to have an Asian kind of person as a CG, and I wanted to really do my
まあ
best
英
this
語
time.
で喋って日本語でも
But
喋れないといけないので
You know, it has to be someone who could speak
native
native English and also speak
まあ、しおりさんを
Japanese.
狙ってたんですけ
And I
ど、
always thought about
ア
Shiori
ドレ
as
スがわから
casting,
ない。
but I didn't know her address.
菊池凛子さん、
So I
まあ
knew Rinko
友達やったんで
Kikuchi, my friend,
メール
so
送って、
I kind of mailed her saying, hey,
彼女のアドレスを聞
I
いたんで
need
すけ
her
ど、
address, you know.
リン
Then
コ
she
さん
told me.
はリンコさんは私には役はないので。
And Rinko was like, you're not asking me, you know, but never mind. I wanted to just, you know, contact Shiori.
Well, it worked out. You're incredible. We're going to see some scenes, I know, today, feature Rainy. Troy, you have a long history with Mr. Kojima across multiple franchises, and Higgs is back in DS2, but you obviously started collaborating with him on Metal Gear and now into this. Tell us a bit about, you know, returning to the role of Higgs 5 years later. How does it feel?
That's a weird thing to think about. It's been 5 years. First of all, whenever you have a new project like this, a new idea, no matter how experienced you are, it's always a little scary to come up with something new. And you guys have been so incredibly supportive. And in 5 years, we've watched this community grow to such an amazing level and with such voracious support for this story, for this character, for all of the characters. And so to come back to this 5 years later, after seeing, I gotta say, Higgs cosplay is like next level, y'all. And it is always cool every time. So now I can see how much this story, how much these characters, and especially the story that we tried to tell and the message that we tried to communicate with this game, how much that's resonated with you guys. So to come in 5 years later and go, okay, now let's take it up higher. We all rose to that challenge, and I think that we did a damn good job. I can't wait for you guys to play it.
I would agree. Woodkid, at South by Southwest, it was revealed your collaboration with Hideo. And tonight we'll talk a lot about that because it's a very deep collaboration that you had across the score and soundtrack. And we'll hear some of your incredible work tonight. But tell me, how did this collaboration begin with Hideo?
Hideo called me for the director's cut of the first episode, the first installment. And he wanted to use 2 songs from my second record on it. And it was, of course, a honor because I grew up with Hideo's game. So it was just like a dream coming true. And I think just during the pandemic or something, I think he called me and be like, would you want to come and work differently now, like writing music? And that's how it started. Just me going to Japan right after lockdown, I think, and starting to work in the offices. And that's how it all started, what you're going to see tonight.
Yeah, I know you spent a fair amount of time actually in the KJP office, and this was a different level of collaboration for you, Hideo, I think, with a musician. Tell us a bit about that.
僕の、
Well,
まあ、オフィスと
I
か
have my
自分の
little
席の隣に
office, you know, and then there's
会議室があるん
a
ですけど
meeting space right next
そ
to
こを、
it.
まあ、ヨ
So
アンの席にして
I said, this is
そこ
Yoan's
に
room.
朝早くヨアン
And he comes early in the morning and it goes late at night.
で僕トイレ行った帰りに
And every time I go to the bathroom, I kind of stop by and say, hey, what's your new song? And he made me listen to the, you know, and I also did like the training with him together, like stretch in the morning with my trainer.
変わった感じです
So it was a really strange relationship. He was there for like a long time.
I wasn't abducted. There was nothing weird. But it was consensual.
But I think, you know, your games always have music as a key through line, and it feels like for this one, you know, the songs he was working on really have an emotional connection to the story, right? And there were themes and emotions that you're really trying to convey, not only through the lyrics, but through the music and tone. So I'm sure that was part of your storytelling in many ways, right?
まあ、音楽は、まあ、作品の映画もそうですけど
Well, same as
まあ
movies,
80% ぐらいは
music is like, I don't know, maybe 80% is like
まあ、音
important.
楽というか
Music is
音響ね
important, like
音と
sound effect as
まあ、
well,
音楽
like music,
例えば
sound
音
effects.
が全くなくても
And
効
there
果はある
could be like a total silence, and that could be a
結
sound
局
effect as well.
ゲームってコントローラーがあって
A
二次元
game, you
のモニ
have
ターがあっ
a
て
controller, you have a monitor
まあ
in
ステ
front
レ
of
オ
you,
で
a
音が鳴るだ
2D,
けなんですよ
and you just have a
でそこに
music
匂いも
or
なければ
sound
温度
effect
も
coming
なければ
in, you know, 2D. You don't have any
でもそこに
temperature,
音
you
楽とか
can't
音が入る
taste
ことで
anything. But if you have
そこにいる
sound
感
effect
覚が
and
出てくる
music, you get more
あるいはそ
immersive.
の感情を
And
くすぐるように
it also kind of affects your
セリフ
emotion
がなくても
through
音楽が鳴るだけで
music. You might not need a dialogue sometimes. You have like a happy song or a sad song, and it really
非常に重要だと思い
evokes
ます
your emotions. So I think music is in that way very important.
Yes, well, we'll see some demonstrations tonight, I think, of how much music is key to the experience of DS2. All right, well, we've got much more to talk about, but I think you guys are here also to see some footage that's never been shown before of Death Stranding 2. And before we get to the gameplay demo, Hideo has prepared a couple of clips from the game that he wants to showcase for you. So first of all, we're going to look at Tomorrow, played by Elle Fanning, and Rainey, played by Shioli, in-game. Do you want to tell us anything about what we're about to see, Hideo?
最初のシーンは東京ゲームショウで
Well,
出したんです
I
けど
already shown this at Tokyo
まあ
Game
今日
Show,
は英語
but
版
today I wanted to show the
あの
English version of
トゥモロー
it.
とレイニーの関係がどうなの
Tomorrow
かみたい
and Rainey's relationship, you'll get it in the English dialogue.
Great. Okay, here's the first look at that clip.